It's that time, y'all. Time for big boys boxing.
I was gonna rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me.
Appreciate you dropping by, man. Just before you go, I'm going to touch on Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk if you wanted to put a 2 cents in on that, but if not, it's all good.
It's fine. I think Tyson Fury... I don't think Tyson Fury actually would have preferred this fight. I remember it came out that when Joshua had lost to... No, Joshua had lost to Usyk the first time. And there was a conversation if Joshua should take a step-aside fight, whatnot. And the deal was supposed to be, he'll step aside if Fury fights Usyk straight away. And Fury said no, he wants a tune-up fight before he fights Usyk. And that's where this big fallout came. Because Joshua said, well, no, he wants a shot right away because I guess he didn't trust Fury to actually fight this man because he wants a shot. Yeah. Tyson Fury doing all of this, you know, scuttling whatever fight in Saudi Arabia, so Usyk wouldn't get this amount of money, and neither him, taking it to England, and then it's all this back and forth and all this other stuff until he finally pops his head up after all the criticism and says, 70-30, take it or leave it. All of those things to me are really disappointing because I think Tyson Fury can actually fight, but just his whole vibe, his attitude is just so poor that I just can't support the guy.
Yep. Fair enough, man. All right, well, we'll let you go, Kong. Won't hold you up anymore.
Kong,
yeah,
Kong,
well, where you go.
Kong. Sorry, John, I just must say, Kong, first time I've spoken to you, so nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you, man.
You want to give your 2 cents first there, Techphobe, on the situation?
With Fury and Usyk?
Yeah.
It seems, we none of us know everything that goes on behind the scenes, but it seems scandalous that Fury won't either say no, I won't fight you, or he will fight. Usyk seems to have bent over backwards to offer everything. What goes on in the media, maybe they're trying to hype the fight up, and maybe it's all been arranged, perhaps.
Quite possibly. So my take, look, I dropped a video a couple of days ago about what my quick thoughts on what happens, and the comment section has pretty much blown up in there, and there's quite a few interesting comments. But you know, one that stuck out for me was a guy said, you know, when Tyson Fury started out, I had some respect for him. Then when he fought Klitschko and took the belts off him in Germany, I had massive respect for him. And then he went into his depression, but he came back out of depression, fought Wilder off the couch and so on and so forth, and my respect went through the roof for him. But then when he turns around and does this sort of thing with a guy that nobody hates, not one person has a bad thing to say about Alexander Usyk, he shows how greedy he is. I've lost all respect for him, and so have a lot of fans. Now, don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean that I don't think Tyson Fury is a good boxer, but his ego, to me, has just gotten out of control. Now, there is a possible positive side, you know. People will pay to watch a villain get knocked out, and if he's now the villain, people might still buy his fights. But you know, some of the sycophants from Tyson Fury, they are so irritating. You know, what happens if he beats Usyk and AJ and Hergovic? Are you going to call him the greatest heavyweight ever then? Sort of comments. And I'm like, well, all I'm seeing is a prick, a greedy prick outside of the ring who has been targeting people who have a pay-per-view record, like Dillian White, who has a decent fan base, like Derek Chisora, who has a really good fan base, like Deontay Wilder, who has a sycophant fan base as well. But he's been fighting these guys to utilize their fan base to put money in his pocket and claim that he's a massive draw, but really I don't think Tyson Fury is a massive draw. So justifying the 70% cut against a 3-belt unified champion that in all reality everybody knows because he beat Joshua twice, he got massive exposure. I think it's just immoral and sad that Usyk had to take the fact that he's getting ripped off just to get this fight for his legacy. So
I'd agree so much with you, Jono. Why is Usyk's belt? Why are Usyk's belts worse than Tyson's? He's got one, hasn't he? What Usyk's won everything on his route here. As I said on your channel, he's won everything. Olympics, the weight division below. He's lost nothing. He's failed no. He's missed no drug tests. He's won everything fair and square all the way up to here, and he deserves a shot at the unified title more than anybody else.
yeah, but you get these Fury fans that jump in comment sections and say, well, how does Usyk deserve 50-50, because what's he done at heavyweight? He's fought Chaz Witherspoon, he went
Derek
life and
Chisora.
death. Yeah, he went life and death with Derek Chisora, which I don't think it was life and death. It was a good fight, but not life and death. Then they say he went life and death with Anthony Joshua twice. I don't think it was life and death either. He won convincingly both times. You know, they twist these facts to suit their narrative to try and bring Usyk down, when in all reality, the more they bring down Usyk, if Tyson Fury beats him, well, he's a blown up middleweight who's done nothing at heavyweight anyway. They've wrecked Tyson Fury's credit by bringing him down. You know? It's stupid. Where you go, Con?
Go ahead, sorry.
Where you go, mate?
Oh, me? Oh. So, no, it's just, I think Techno said it best. Usyk is, in my opinion, an infinitely more accomplished fighter than Tyson Fury. He's pretty much done everything you want to do. Former undisputed, gold medalist, all of this stuff. Amateur record out of this world, hundreds of fights, you know. But it just goes, like, for instance, if we're talking about splits. You see, I still remember when people like Anthony Joshua and them were still undefeated. Tyson Fury comes back, fights two barmen, two shepherds from someplace wherever, Seferi and Pianetto. He fights these two, and then they offer him to fight with Anthony Joshua at 60-40, and he says it's disrespectful. Him and Frank Warren, it's a derisive offer. It should be 50-50. I'm like, what? And they wouldn't fight Anthony Joshua. Oh, just dismiss it. And then he goes to fight Wilder for less money. He beats Wilder. And then all of a sudden, now all people are telling, I'm like, but this man, he challenges Anthony Joshua again, I think it was December, for 60-40. Joshua says yes. And then he finds a way around him. And then he says he's going to fight Chisora, and then straight after Usyk, and then it has to be all of this other stuff. I think it's unfair that Usyk had to give up what, in my opinion, he deserved in Saudi Arabia. He deserved that big paycheck. He deserved it.
Yeah.
And because of greed, from what I understand from the whole chatter, Tyson Fury just wanted too much. Whatever Joshua got, he wanted more than that.
And there's nothing to justify it.
And it's like, they were like, well, no. So it's like this weird competition he has with other people, and not just you know, being himself. It has to be a competition with him and someone else.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. Usyk, you know, I support Joshua, but he beat Joshua twice. I don't dislike the man. The man is genuinely one of the top fighters of the generation. And to see that he had to do all of this just to get a fight, come online and say, oh, I accept 70-30. A 70-30 split. And early on, Frank Warren is on radio saying it's an easy fight to make, it's 50-50, and the fight's made. And Tyson Fury would not budge off of that. His promoter is saying it's a 50-50 fight. 50-50 split, and it's easy to make.
Yeah.
And now, it had to go through. I don't like this kind of behavior. I don't like it. But that's where we are. Hopefully the fight happens. It looks like it's gonna happen. I hope Usyk beats this man, because his fans will be just absolutely unbearable.
Yeah.
And whatever. But it'll be a good fight to me. I would pick Tyson Fury to win, but I would hope Usyk would win, to be honest. Thank y'all for having me on. Nice talking to you, Technophobe. Jono, you take it easy. Y'all have a great day, man.
All right, man. Peace, Kong. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, it is pretty sad, and like Kong was saying, it's looking like we're gonna get the fight. The WBA have said that they're gonna give them, don't quote me, I think they said like 7 days to get the contract signed and whatnot, because they've agreed. But I'm still not gonna hold my breath, to be honest. I mean, when Tyson Fury finds out that even at Wembley with a 70% cut, he's still going to make a hell of a lot less than he would have made in Saudi Arabia. Maybe he's going to get a training injury. Maybe he's going to say something about Usyk hasn't come to the party with something in the contract, or the reality is nobody has ever had issues with negotiating with Alexander Usyk in the past. He's had to jump through hoops and take a major pay cut just to get this fight. So if it doesn't happen, the blame will firmly be on Tyson Fury. And like I've also said in the past, Tyson Fury is really hard to negotiate with, because his ego, as far as he's concerned, entitles him to things that he's literally not really entitled to, not justifiably anyway. So yeah, he's a slimy prick, and I hope Usyk beats him, but I'll probably still be picking Fury to beat him. I don't think it'll be a stoppage, but wait until the fight's made and we get further down the track, and I'll give you my real opinion. Because like I say, I'm not holding my breath. What about you, Techophobe? You holding your breath?
I just agree again with you. I'm not holding my breath. I would add this to the life and death argument that we heard here. I'm not sort of picking sides with fans, but if some fans are saying that Usyk went life and death with Chisora and Joshua, then tell me what Tyson Fury did against Steve Cunningham, John McDermott, Wilder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, Fury's fights haven't been the best. In addition to what we heard those two names just now from Iron Kong, but he's fought, in addition to fighting those guys, Wilder 3 times. And talking about a fourth. He's fought Chisora 3 times, Dillian White. He hasn't, and John McDermott twice. He's, he seems not to. He's got some impressive big wins on his record, but a few soft ones as well.
Yeah, well, in all reality, and most people are in agreement, that John McDermott beat him. If it wasn't for Terry O'Connor being the one score in that fight, then he would have lost that fight. But yeah, he scraped through on a lot of occasions against fighters that aren't supposed to be world level. So, these fans, they pick out the good points and they disregard the bad, and then they pick out particular subjects to try and down Fury's opponents, including past opponents like Wilder, like Otto Wallen, like even Steve Cunningham, So I'm not buying any of the shit that I get in the comments of videos. I pretty much laugh at them most of the time, because I know that the Fury sycophants. It's quite sickening. There's fans of Wilders that are like that, and there's even fans of Joshua's that are like that as well. I'm not saying all of them, but
I have Usyk.
You have Usyk winning on points.
I just have him, but I expect a points win from Usyk. Yeah,
It's certainly a possibility.
That's bold.
I'd like to back you up, but I'm not quite so sure myself. I mean, like I keep saying, just because I don't like Tyson Fury outside of the ring, it doesn't mean I don't appreciate what boxing skill he has and how he manages to find a way in the ring, even when he doesn't look good. But we'll get further down the track when it's made, and I'll give a more in-depth opinion. That's all we have for you today. Hope you've enjoyed. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, hit subscribe, and that bell icon for future notifications so you don't miss nothing. Also, get over to the Big Boys Boxing Discord server. The invite link is in the description. There's lots of things you can find there, like fight links, boxing chat, prediction leagues, fight streams, and fight parties. So get into it. I'm Jono from Big Boys Boxing, and I'm out. So